This is Irontrader, the last call of the day. We're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and we'll take a look at the indexes, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P here. They're kind of rallying up a little bit green, but pretty much flat overall. Okay, at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude oil and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not recommendation advice on stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin. Here's your daily chart. Now, this is actually looking really, really nice today. I took 2 scalps so far today in BITX, and that's working out very, very nicely. Now, you can see here how we had this sell-off, rallied right on up here, and then we put this kind of like a double top situation in here, where we got as high as 110,890. This is what we're looking for right here, 110,980. Okay, so right there, that's your resistance levels coming right across. And then we had a red candle yesterday and a lower red candle, but look how nice this held this key 8-day and your 21-day. Okay, so right now your downline, support level here is going to be 106,826. That's going to be very key. And then we have your 106,737. That is your 8-day and your 21-day. So this is looking very nice as long as this holds. So when those futures open tonight at 6 p.m., we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Hopefully it can hold this, and we take another scalp in the BITX. So this is working very, very nicely as a trading. Now, at midday trading today, I had Bitcoin, and I had IBIT, and I had BITX. And just to show you the different kind of ETFs. Now, IBIT is a 1-to-1. So whatever Bitcoin doing, that's pretty much doing at a lot lower price. BITX is a 2 times leverage. So that's a trading vehicle, not more, like a buy and hold kind of a situation. But really, as far as a trader, I already traded it the last couple of days here, and it's been working out very, very nicely. Okay, so that's what we're watching here is this key level is going to be that 8-day, and then they're going to be watching that 21-day on a closing basis. Now, that's lost here. We'll come right to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at the 105,735 level. We'll come here. We're looking at 104,595. 100 level, and we'll come down here 102,350, and then we have kind of the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 101,390, and then we have your retest at 108,15, which is basically just the bottom of that candle. But again, as long as this is holding, we got to see what's going to happen here tomorrow and the rest of the week here. Okay, so now on the upside here, what we're looking for yesterday's low. Okay, 108,765. We're looking for today's high at that 109,240 level. And then we can just venture right on up here. You got 193,340 level. Come up here at 110,855, and then we have 110,890. That's what we're looking for. And then obviously your big retest up there at that 112,345 level. Okay, so let's just see how this all shakes out. But right now, this is looking very, very still a very, very bullish chart. Now we got to overbought condition, came down. Now we're only sitting at about 57. Just because we're curling down, that doesn't mean that can't curl right back up again here. Okay, so always remember that as long as this key levels here are holding, your 8-day and your 21-day, as long as those two are holding, this is very, very bullish to an upside situation. Okay, so your green to below your red, but we have sideways action. Okay, so that's where your momentum is here. But right now, this is looking good. And eventually, I think I know you're going to take out that 112,345, 113, and then my target to be 115 to 116 level is where we'll be going to next before we consolidate again. Okay, let's take a look here now at gold and silver. Okay, here we have gold, here we have silver. Okay, situation. Now you can see here, I've been pointing out here how this chart is a very, very bullish chart, and obviously you can see why. Okay, so what we've been doing is making a nice series of higher lows and higher highs. That's always very, very bullish. Today we came down one a little bit past that 8-day, but now you notice that you're right above it. So we made this high of today here of 34.19 level. Okay, so all I got to do is look to the left of the chart here. You got 34.17. This is what you're looking for right here. Is this next is going to be that 34.27. So you just take that price channel, 34.27. Now again, we crack that up, then we're going to go right up to here, top of this candle. You're looking at 34.44 and then 34.48, and then we got the big retest here of 35.09. We got to see what the reaction is once it gets there. Obviously, we got to see what the reaction is if it gets to this price channel here, also at that 34.27, and the price channel at that 34.48. What the reaction is that this hit it and come back down again, sideways action here, or does it blow through and we aim for that 35.09? You crack that, you go in 35.50, more towards 3600. So I don't really trade gold on an everyday basis, but I do trade the GLD. So again, if we start closing above these key levels here, 34.27, I'll be all in on GLD to to take it to this level and take it to that level, and then we have to decide. It'll decide what it's going to do. It's going to take off or come right back down. Obviously, the downside right here, very simple. 33.69 needs to hold their 8-day, which so far it is. Then we have 33.21. There's your 21-day, and then we have your 50-day at 32.88. But you have to respect it here, respect it there. Boom. Nobody says that if it comes down, it's not going to hold it again. Very, very simple. Now we're sitting here, 58, plenty of room to run to the upside. The green is trying to get over your red here, momentum to the upside. Very, very bullish chart here. You can see how nice this is, really is how it's curving out here. Now, when you look at this chart pattern here, we can look at this seeing, see how we have this cup kind of a situation, okay? Now we have a handle, okay? So we have like a cup and a handle situation. So all you really have to do is close above that 34.27 level. You will hit this top of this level, 34.48, very easy, and then 35.09. Okay, so always look for the chart patterns. Okay, anything can give you that edge into trading. Okay, silver. Well, silver actually sold off today, and it came all the way down here, went below the 8-day, but that don't mean dick. Look at here, okay? Look at that bottom tail candle it put in. Very, very nice. Now, downside here, you have to watch that 35.93, 8-day, and then today's low, 35.58, okay? If that's lost, we come to the top of this candle, 34.94, come to the bottom there, 34.60, we have 34.35, and then we'll come right down here to this 34.24. That is your 21 SMA, and that's basically your catch-all. Upside, very, very easy. We're looking today's high, 36.58, yesterday's high, 36.79, 36.97, retest 37.03. You crack that, you're going 38, and you're going to push your way to 40. Very, very easy. But again, as long as we hold this 8-day on a closing basis, doesn't matter if it comes all the way down. This is the buying opportunity when it comes all the way down here, okay? That's your buying opportunity because once we were watching, it got down here to that 35.58 level, okay? So what we're watching is the top of this candle here, 35.49. Okay, so you made that. See, that's the support level. So always look to the left of the chart. See how nice that is? See how it held it? Boom. That's where you take the trade. Now, I jumped into SLV there today. I'm all out of the trade right now, but it was a really good trade because what I'm doing is I'm following the candles down, watching that 8-day, and I said that 8-day is lost here, then we always want to come over here to where the breakout situation was. See how we came up and we broke right up, then we sold off here. But then you got to respect this now here as a support level, and that held it very, very nicely. Okay, nice. Now, got to a little bit overbought condition. Now she's just kind of playing out. Very, very nice. So I just think we have a little sideways action, but just watch this 37.03 on the top side, and we want to watch that 35.93 there on the downside. Okay, let's take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil. Here we have natural gas. Now, actually, there's some really good trading actually in the old crude oil. Like it came all the way down here, and you notice that it did hold that 100-day simple moving average. That's where we're looking for, is right at 66.27, held it down there, and it was a really good trade on the UCO. Now the UCO got down as 23.39 and as high as 24.18 there. Okay, so you had a pretty good say. You had about 80 cents there, something on that order there. Okay, pretty close to 80 cents. I didn't get that. I got 50 cents out of the trade there today. I'm trading 5,000 shares, so very, very happy with that 50 cents. I'm just looking just to scalp this right now. Same way with natural gas, just scalp in both directions kind of situation. So right now, crude oil, I have no trade, okay? I'm flat. Natural gas, I'm totally flat there too. So I have no trades going here in either one of these. Same with the silver, traded the SLV, done. I have no trade in gold until we start rallying up high. Okay, very, very simple. Now, what we're watching here on the upside, obviously, is going to be this 68, 65 level. Then we're going to come right at the top of this candle right here at that 69.29. And then right above that, if you look on a weekly chart, which I posted this morning, if you look at a weekly chart, we're looking at that 70-10. That's a 50-day simple moving average on your weekly chart, okay? But right now here, we have a really nice rally up here. So let's just see when at the futures open, what's going to happen. Now, again, when we see these price channels, see that price channel, we're starting to get, when we get outside, you want to come back in. Outside here, we want to come back in, okay? So just watch this price channel here because this could just go like a sideways action, and then watch this 200-day on the upside on a closing basis, 68, 65. You crack above that, you're going to go to that 70-10. That's a 50-day on the weekly. Just that simple, okay? Downside here, very, very easy. Just watch this 100-day. That's going to be very, very key. Level support. Right below that, we have this 8-day at 65.07. We have your 21-day, and we have your 50-day sitting here at 62.18. But right now, we got a little nice, good rally up here. It hit almost an overbought condition, but not quite. And then come right off here, so we can have a little sideways action. This here has been a really good trade, but I've been pointing this out. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders pattern. When we were down all the way down here, I said if this takes off here, you can hit that 200-day, and we we hit the 200-day. Just that simple. Okay, natural gas. Well, natural gas here, it's just a sideways action, but now here, see, we got this tweezer top going, okay? But actually, it was some pretty good trading in the natural gas there today. Now, I didn't scalp the long side there, but I scalped the short side, okay? So when you look at the KOLD today, it got down to 23.75 on a low and 25.50. I didn't get 23.75. I was busy with something else. I didn't get until 24 flat, okay? And I was out at 25 flat. So I just thought it was a really good trade on the KLD. So I got a nice 1 point out of natural gas and satisfied with that, okay? Now, you probably could have scalped it long here, but I got so many other trades going here that, you know, you got to kind of limit the exactly what you're doing here. Nice trade in Crude today. Nice trade in TQQ today. The Bitcoin, the BITX. I had 2 trades going in there. That was good trade there. So a lot of really good trading here. I don't know. So I don't know if anybody's going to complain about this market. And maybe it's just me here, but I just think it's some really good trading that's going on. Okay. But now we got this, what they call a tweezer top situation. So we got to see. Okay. So upside, basically what you're watching is that 8-day 363. You get above that, you got 367. And then we're going to be looking here for that 384 level. Okay. That's your upside. Downside, we're watching that 21-day 349, and then we want to watch 347. If we lose that, we'll come to the bottom of this candle, 345 level, which held nicely here. This is 344. See this? That held very, very nicely. That's lost. We'll come over here, 335, and then 329. That's your 200 SMA here. Very, very good. So you got to just kind of, respect that. But let's just see right now, when the future's open, exactly what we're going to do. But right now, on downside, you're watching that 21-day and the 50-day. Upside, watching the 8-day, and crack above, you got the 100-day and then 284. Okay, let's take a look at the indexes. Okay, here we have the index. You got the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. Now, again, they're trying to move up here a little bit here. They're trying to gel up here. But the PPI number came out today. It was very, very good. CPI yesterday showed that inflation is coming down. PPI number showed the inflation is coming down here. So really what you have to do is wait till next month. By that time, the tariffs will take hold. We'll see if that's going to make any kind of a difference, kind of a situation. Okay. But right now here, what we're doing is we're above this 8-day, and that's where we're holding. And that's all that matters right now. So right there, downside, you want to watch 42.68, your 8-day, 200-day, 497, and then this 21-day here at 42.405, and then we have your 100-day sitting right there at 42.251. Okay, so a lot of good support. This is just a melt up situation, and that's what's going on now. Okay, so obviously what you want to do on the upside is just watch yesterday's high. That's going to be very, very key. That is going to be your 43.15 level. Okay, so if you just look right to the left here chart here, you had 43.135. That was your resistance levels, and then we can just keep working yourself all the way up if it keeps gelling all the way, which you could possibly very well do. Okay, now we look at the S&P here. It's the same thing. We want to just hold that 8-day, 59.98, 21-day right below that, 59.38, and then we come all the way down here to 58.04. That is your 200-day, and then we have 100-day sitting at 57.73. Now, on the upside, we're watching yesterday's high, that 60.59 level, okay? Now, when you look at all this situation here, this could gel right up here all the way to 61.47. But you do have a melt up here, and we do have this negative divergence. See how we have this high here, and then we have a lower high as this is melting up here. This is not going to end well, people, okay? So all you traders out there, just remember, watch this RSI. This is not going to end well, okay? So just watch that 8-day, 21-day. We start losing that here. This is going to come off pretty hard. Okay, NASDAQ, same way, okay? Got to watch that 19,532 level, and right below it, we got 19,259. Now, we want to watch yesterday's high, okay, at that 19,800 level, okay? Now, again, if we get above all that, we got targets all the way up here at that 2110. Then we come up here, we got 2118, and then we have 2204 level. And it could very well melt up there, but again, look at the RSI, negative divergence going on here. So you got to pay attention to that. We're up here, momentum up here at way on the high side, So just be careful when you get up here. Use stops, okay, if you're trading anything. Just use stops. Okay, you get stopped out, you can always buy it lower. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, and we'll do it all over again. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.